Hey y'all. How y'all doing? So, listen. I did ask for some topics, and y'all can please feel free to send me some topics or whatever. I'm doing the Ask Ashley. Somebody just sent me an email, which kind of like goes along with this, but I'm gonna answer that in another video. But because I do got a couple of more questions that I need to, put together. But like I said, if you want to be a part of Ask Ashley, you can ask a question that's been, pressing you, some advice, some help, some relationship stuff, whatever it is, family issues, school, anything, work that you want, needs to advice about, and you trust me enough to do that, just hit my DMs on Instagram, which is Ashley Shy Miller, or my Twitter, which is Ashley Shy Miller, or, if you already follow me on Facebook, you can send me an instant message. Or if you don't have any of those, you can hit me up on my email, atm15@hotmail.com. I will put all that up in the more info box for y'all. But yeah, so I brought up a few times about the different labels and things that goes on within the LGBT community, specifically lesbians, because that's what I am. So that's what I have a little bit more knowledge on. You know, um, if you see me talk about on some of my other videos, whatever, I will bring up things like studs and soft studs and femmes and whatever. And I did have some people that be asking me questions like, "What is that? What is that?" So I was like, let me just get on here and school the girls, okay? But the LGBT community is so messed up, to be quite honest. I feel that we got to be separate and we just can't be together. We got to have our own little community because we've been a marginalized group. We've been a group that's been put into the background, and we supposed to be a secret. We're not supposed to be out there in the forefront, because we are diverting from societal norms of heterosexuality, and so we out here doing our own thing, I guess. And um we just trying to be here, okay? And when it comes to the LGBT community, one of the biggest thing that a lot of people have issue with is the debate on whether or not people think that you are born gay or rude. Okay, are you born gay or is it a choice? And I will always say that I was born gay. I will always say that, us people in the LGBTB, we was born the way that we are. Okay, we didn't just choose to wake up one day and say, "Ooh, I want to be gay today. Ooh, I want to be a lesbian today. Ooh, I want to be bisexual. Ooh, I want to be pansexual. Ooh, I want to be trans." I don't feel like that's what we do. You want to know why? And my main argument for that, because there are some that's actually within our community that do feel like it's a choice. But my reasoning for it is because why would we want to choose something that is persecuted against? You know what I'm saying? Why do we want something that will cause us pain? Why would we choose to live a way that will cause us pain, cause us hurt, cause us to be ostracized, cause us to be outcasted, cause us to be harassed and bashed, okay? And minorities, we got it worse because I feel, just my opinion, for the simple fact that a lot of minorities, we get bashed and all, talked about enough in certain instances, okay, depending on who it is, what time it is, or whatever era it was, because of the color of our skin already. And then don't add on the fact that you gay, okay? So that's a double whammy, right there. So why wouldn't I want to choose to live a life where it's less pain, okay? It's less feeling ostracized because of my sexuality, you know? And I feel like in the LGBT community, gay men get it the worst. And especially like black gay men, because that's my community. I'm black, so therefore I gravitate more towards black things. And it's no shade to anybody else, it's just that's what I do, that's just how it is. But I have no problem with any other race or whatever. But speaking from what I've seen, black gay youth get a lot, gay men get a lot, but don't be black and gay, okay? That is, whew, a lot, okay? They get bashed. Look at how Lil Nas X is getting bashed out here, whatever, just because he's comfortable within himself, okay? You know, they feel as though people feel like you're basically lessening the men, the population, turning all the men effeminate, okay? Femininity is just running wild, okay? And not knowing that everybody, no matter how masculine you are, no matter how, you know, feminine you are, or whatever, or regular you are, you have some type of femininity in you, whether you're a woman or a man. It's there, okay? It's there. Some people just have a little bit more, that exudes it a little bit more. You just had yours. That's just what I feel that happens, you know? But, it shouldn't be a debate like that. It shouldn't be a debate like that. I just, I don't know if it would ever be a time where we will be fully accepted and people would be cool with it, because, you know, people grow up the way that they grow up, and some people grow up being taught one way, and some people refuse to unlearn the way that they were taught. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to change nobody's opinion about anything. I do know when I was young, I know the first person that I ever had a crush on, I knew ever since I was a kid. The first person that I ever had a crush on was my who the hell is that? I ain't never seen him in this neighborhood. The first person that I ever had a crush on, oh, it's getting dark. The first person that I ever had a crush on was my preschool teacher. Okay, baby, I was so in love with her. I was infatuated. I ain't gonna say love because I didn't know what love was back then, but I know I was infatuated with her. Okay, and I do know, as I'm thinking back, I've never had a crush or any feelings towards a male teacher or anybody like that. Now today, when you look at me or whatever, you could probably like, girl, I be looking at you in the way that you be crushing, or you be talking about like people like Kofi and, you know, Bobby from the Oval and all that stuff or whatever, these chocolate dudes. Yes, baby, yes. Okay, I'm the type of person where I can admire and I can say that a man is attractive. I am not one of those women who, just because I like women, I hate men. I'm not that person. Okay? That's not me. I can tell a man that, baby, you look good. You look good as hell, okay? You as Listen, if I was straight, I'd probably give you a little time, okay? I'll probably give you a little time. But see, with me, even though I can do that, and some people probably be like, well, why you not just bisexual? You want to know why I'm not bisexual? Because I feel absolutely nothing in a certain area when it comes to being with a man. I've never been with a man. I've never been turned on by a man to the point of wanting to have sexual activities with them. Okay? It just does not work. That faucet is dry. Okay? Desert dry. Desert dry. I be sitting here like, oh, you look cute or whatever, but it don't do nothing else. It don't do nothing else. But let me see a woman, and this how it always been. Let me see a woman, baby, light me up. Light me up. Okay, feeling all tingly inside. You know what I'm saying? But that's just how I work. That's just how I work. But within the community, you know, I'm not gonna speak too much on the gays because I'm not a gay man, and they probably got their own gay subculture that goes on. But you know, the basic of what I know, you got like your tops and your bottom and your verses. Okay, that's like the very basic. Okay, you know, the verses are the ones that, you know, give and receive. And what I mean by that is the bottom is the one that receives. Okay, so how can I put this for those that don't understand? If you was in a heterosexual relationship, the guy is the one, you know, inserting himself into the woman. Okay, the guy will be the top, the woman will be the bottom. So a bottom in a gay relationship would be the one that's receiving the guy. You know what I'm saying? The top would be the one that's doing it. You know, he's pitching, he's doing the action. You know what I'm saying? So y'all get what I'm saying. Y'all should know. And versatile is they can do both. They have no problem doing both. It wasn't until I got on TikTok that I seen that they started calling it in the lesbian community that a versatile, they call it a switch. I said a switch. These new kids, girl, We call it verse, okay? Girl, that's just what it is in both to me, okay? Switch my ass, all right? Um, so in a lesbian community, and then we had to also divide it, okay? Because, you got your white lesbians, and then you got your minority, or predominantly in my case, like black lesbian. And it's different, it's the same thing but different words for them, okay? Sometimes you'll use a lipstick lesbian for like your feminine white lesbian, or you can say it for your black lesbian as well, or your minority lesbians too. But mostly you'll say that, or you'll just call them a femme, okay? A femme lesbian woman is, can y'all see me, because it is trying to go out or whatever. Your femme lesbian woman is basically exactly what it is, a lesbian woman who presents very feminine, okay? She has very much her feminine essence, and she can be comfortable wearing her clothes as feminine clothing, and dresses and skirts and high heels and makeup and hair did all up into the nines. And she can walk down the street and you can never tell whether or not she is a lesbian or if she's straight. Okay, she basically can fit into a heterosexual society. You know what I'm saying? You would never know. All right. And then within that, you got your aggressive lesbian. Okay, your aggressive femme. And to me, that is a person that is a femme who basically take control. Okay. What we have to understand is that within our community, we want to be perceived as a little bit different sometimes, but yet we do take on some of the heteronormacy or the heterosexual type relationship aspects within the gay community. And what I mean about that, just like when I said with the gay men, you got your top and your bottom, that's a couple, okay? Or you have your masculine presenting gay man and your feminine gay man, them two being together. That's the type of, and what irks me about that whole situation is the way that they portray gay men on TV, mostly, or they used to, because I feel like they're trying to get away from that and present different, various aspects of gay men. Because for a long time, when you think of gay men or what was presented to us, it's always the feminine one. You know what I'm saying? Not realizing that, yes, that is happening, okay? But there are gay men that look like regular people. They're not as masculine, or they could be masculine, okay? But they're not just so feminine or whatever. And there is nothing wrong with a feminine man, but that's the one that they always put out there. You know what I'm saying? And they put it out there as a joke too. And I don't like that. I don't like that. But with lesbians, like that aggressive film, she likes to take control. You know what I'm saying? You not just finna be doing me. I'm about to do you too. Okay? That's what you finna do. And then you got your pillow princesses who literally will just let you do all the work. Okay? You gonna be doing all the fucking. And she just gonna let you do that. And then that also brings about, when I say like some lesbian and gay relationship mimics the heterosexual relationship and hierarchy and stuff like that, it's like in our community, like with the lesbians, I don't know if it's that much looked down upon with a femme on femme, like a feminine and a feminine girl together, okay? But let it be, we mostly portray our relationship as a dominant and a submissive, a masculine and a feminine. So then that leads us to our studs, okay? You got your studs who are more masculine presented, and this is kind of crazy because sometimes we get looked at as, we trying to be men, and that's not necessarily the case. There are some studs that are very much hardcore that's not necessarily transitioning, but they really do not want to be reminded that they are a woman. So these are touch me nots, okay? When they are in the activity of doing stuff sexually, don't touch them. You can't touch their private parts. You can't touch their boobs. You can't touch nothing, okay? Because they don't want to be reminded that they're a woman. And I can't get down with that. I mean, I can be cool with you, but if we in the throes of doing stuff, baby, touch my body. Do I like penetration? Not necessarily, okay? I mean, if I'm cool with you and I'm comfortable with you, you can probably put a finger up there. One. But other than that, no. Okay, I would prefer not. I mean, head, or I should say oral, a little playing with the clitoris or whatever, that's fine. That's fine. But actual penetration, some of us don't like that. And it's nothing to do with, and this is a big misconception. Oh, the reason why you're a lesbian is because something happened to you, or the reason why you gay is because something happened to you when you was a kid, or you was this and you was that. No, that's not always the case. Okay? That is not always the case at all. To me, for me, I should say, ain't nothing happened to me. That's how I was born. Okay? That's just how I was made. My stuff just never went to a man. Never. But in the stud life, like, you know, the stud would be the more masculine. And when in the black community, or yeah, black community, it's a stud. And like what you call your white masculine ones, you call them a butch. Okay, I don't know if they really call them that now, but I think they just call them mask. You know what I'm saying? But hey, that's what it used to be. And then you got your soft stud, which is more so like me. Okay, I would consider myself a soft stud because I don't think I'm so hardcore. I'm that nigga or whatever. But as you see when I do my videos or whatever, I have times where I'm, really hardcore with it a little bit, a little dominant, a little masculine with it. My masculine energy come out. But then at the same token, you see my femininity. I don't try to hide that I'm a little bit feminine too. Okay, I'm not trying to be a guy. All right, but like I said, everybody got a masculine side and everybody got a feminine side. That's how I feel. And with soft stud, I think we just like balance it out. Okay, and then that leads us to like the stems. Okay, stems are like a lesbian woman that can pull off being a feminine woman one day and then pull off being a stud the next day. Like she got hardcore, she can go out with the baggy jeans, or, dress like in dude clothes or whatever. And then the next day she got on a skirt, a bomb ass dress with some heels and some makeup on. You know what I'm saying? They switch, they do whatever that's comfortable for them. And once again, like I said, within this community, you got your stud and femme relationships that's almost mimicking like a man and a woman relationship in heterosexual couples. And for some reason, it is looked upon negatively. It is looked upon negatively when you got two studs that go together. Two studs that are in a relationship. These are two masculine women. And people, and I've heard this, they say that, oh, that's too gay. That's gay. Okay, that's gay for us gay asses. It don't make sense. All right. It's like two men getting together. That's how they look at it. And I never understood why. Because at the end of the day, when we take our clothes off, we both have the same parts. They're women and they're attracted to women, okay? But for some reason, it's taboo for two studs to get together, and it's always because it's too gay. It's too gay. I'm like, that's dumb. Now, you can have your preferences, but I'm not going to discriminate and I'm not going to hate on it and be like, that's nasty, because it's not. I'm attracted to feminine women, but there have been some studs out here that I've looked at and I've been like, wow, you're very beautiful, and that energy that you give off, I wouldn't mind giving you some or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm the type of person never say never when it comes to women, okay? That's what happens. Then you got your gold star lesbians. Your gold star lesbian will be what I am, okay? That's somebody that's never had sex with a man, okay? Somebody that never had sex with the opposite sex. And at this point, it never will happen, okay? So don't look forward to it. And like I said, I told y'all about the switch or the versatile lesbian. They can do both, give and receive and all that. You got your U-Haul lesbians, and I've said this before too. This is about, this is what it is with lesbians, for real. Because we are women, we are literally a lot of emotions, okay? And we get deep in our feelings, and we feel things so much more than men, I feel, okay? We open ourselves up a little bit more. And so once we connect like real quick. We can literally see somebody, a woman, start talking to her, and within the next 2 weeks, we talking about living with each other. And then within that month, we in the same house with each other. Okay? That's just how it be sometimes. I'm not that type of person. I have to get to know you for a minute, and then we can see where that go, and I have to see where my feelings are. But there are some that really move quickly in the lesbian community. Some basic keywords that I did wanted to talk about. You know, the queer. Queer is basically, to me, anything that's under the LGBT umbrella, whatever you identify as, whether it's trans, pansexual, asexual, because there's asexual gay men, asexual lesbians, or whatever, bisexual, whatever, ever, IQ, you know, whatever label it is, you know what I'm saying? That's just queer. All of this under that umbrella, okay? Queer is basically the big thing. And then, you know, pansexual is somebody that's attracted to anybody's person. It doesn't matter what the genitalia is, they just attracted to that person's essence, that person's being, the personality, that person. It does not matter. Okay, so that's a little bit of something that I wanted to give y'all. I hope I broke it down a little bit. If you want me to expound on some stuff or whatever, and I'm only cutting it short because, as you can see, it's getting a little dark. But if you want me to go a little bit deeper, and if you got some questions, put it down in the comments, because I can definitely see if I can answer them. If you feel like I put out some false stuff, or, you know, misconstrue some stuff, put it down in the comments and we can talk. See, this is what this channel is about to be. We finna educate, we finna kiki with each other, and we finna ask questions or whatever, and I'm gonna answer them, you know what I'm saying? So y'all tell me how y'all feel about it, and I will see you guys later. And if, like I said, if you got any other topics that you want me to talk about, put it down in the comments, or just email me or whatever, or DM me too. Okay? And I'll see y'all later. Peace.